Hi, my name is Alona and I like to garden. This week I continued planting my flower pots in my front yard beds. If you're interested to see what I've been up to this week, then let's go. Last week I already put together 3 flower containers, and this week I'm going to continue working on some more. Today I'm going to work on these 2 containers, container number 4, container number 5. These are around my garage and I do want them to look the same, at least similar, but ideally the same. And that's been kind of challenging, finding 2 sets of petunias that are the exact same color, since I did get a mix of seeds. I wasn't guaranteed any specific color in any specific quantities. So I found these 3 pairs that I'm going to plant today. And if I can find a couple more pairs of petunias down the road, I'll be adding those too. I'm also starting on these 4 pots this week. I have the same problem with these. I want them to match at least somewhat. So it's going to be challenging finding 4 of the same plant to go in these. But we'll see what we get. Before we jump into what I was able to accomplish this week, I wanted to give you an update on the flower pots that and containers that I've planted before. So these are my 2 big containers around my patio. I have lilies forming here, getting ready to bloom at some point a little bit later in the summer. I got my flowers coming in, petunias, geranium. Look at all these flowers on the geranium. It's so pretty. I love this color. Remember my coleus? It looked really, really sad when I planted it, and at that time I told you guys that it's gonna recover nicely and gonna look amazing. Well, look at it now. It looks so beautiful and it's big already. Look, like this, my hand, this is the flower. It's getting to be big. Got petunia, another petunia. I got another geranium. Look at all the flowers on this geranium. Another pretty color. I love it. I got some verbena over here. It's not blooming yet, but it's getting there. Look at this salvia. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I love this one. I planted it every year. I'm not kidding you, since year 1. I've had one of these flowers in this very bed, in this very spot, every single year, and I keep returning it just because I love it. The birds love it too. I got this super bells, I think it was called. But yeah, it's doing well. That's that red, oh, there's a flower. That's that red flower that kind of looks like a daisy. There's one that's getting ready to open, but look at all these buds, guys. Once they all open, I think it's going to be really pretty, but they're not open yet. I have this petunia. This one has funny colors. Like sometimes it opens just like white flowers right here. See how there's a bunch of them? But then on this side, it has all of these like two-toned white and purple, which I do like these better than just white. I do like white, it's pretty, but hopefully I keep getting more of these. Look at the sweet potato vine. It's getting so big. It's pretty. Another geranium. Now this was a cutting that I rooted this year, so it's brand new this year, very young, but look at all those blooms. They're so amazing. This coleus is finally starting to grow, but it's kind of bushing up. It's not really growing tall yet. I keep waiting for it to start growing higher because I do love that color, but I'm glad it's doing something because it was sitting there for a while. I got another verbena over here, another geranium, my pretty geranium. Got another petunia, and last but not least, I have my begonia. Now I wonder, are you supposed to peel the flowers that are done on begonias? I've never had one before, so I'm not really sure how to care for it. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. What do I do with these flowers that are looking to be done or half done or on their way out? I'd love to know. But yeah, so there's that. And then of course I have another lily over here. The peonies are done. I've cut the blooms, but I do like the foliage that they have. This is gonna stay this way for the rest of the summer. I think it looks pretty as is. So Here's a look at those, but let me back out to show you guys these containers. Look how pretty it's growing up. I love it. And here's the other side. It's getting to be pretty there too. I love it. And then of course the containers that I've potted last week. This is my glow-in-the-dark petunia. Look at how big it is and pretty. And then this is the mix that I've planted. It has the sweet potato wine, it has purple petunia, it has lobelia, and then it has that fuchsia colored geranium. So pretty. And of course I still have this hydrangea. Now it was struggling last week already. It's been struggling for a while. And at the time I thought that sun damage was all that it was struggling with. But now watching it a lot closer for this last week, I'm starting to see that it also had some pests in it. I wonder if they were spider mites. It didn't have as much web as I would imagine spider mites to have over time in a plant like this, but there was some, so that's what I'm leaning towards. I've treated the plant with Captain Jack's organic dead bug spray, or brew. I think it's called a brew. And I've treated it with neem oil, so hopefully it took care of all the bugs. I'm gonna treat it probably another time or two here shortly to just make sure that it doesn't have any pests on it. The new growth is coming in nice and strong, but the stuff, I don't know. What do you guys think? What pest can cause this type of damage? If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Here's what I was able to accomplish this week. For these 4 pots, I was able to put some plants in those. I went for a purple plant and a white plant and a pink plant in each one of these. That's what they look like. This one's sad looking. I'm not sure why. I'll have to take a closer look at that one. I was able to plant the 2 pots next to my garage. Again, I put a pink, purple, and white in each one of those. This little pot on the left did suffer an injury from the basketball hoop right there, but that's okay, part of life. In this bed, I already had a few petunias from before and some veggies, but I've added more flowers, mostly petunias, a couple coleus, and the sage. I still have a spot right there that I need to fill in, but that's something I'll be working on next week. And last but not least is this spot right here. I did add more flowers in here too, mostly petunias, a couple of salvias, some sage, and some coleus too. My tomato over here really doesn't like it, the soil, so we'll see if it's able to pull through. I do have a chunk that I need to plant still over here, but again, I'm going to be working on that next week. If you're interested to see what all of this is going to look like as the summer progresses, please consider subscribing. And for now, I'm going to say thank you for watching, happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video.